Hey, look at that. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes then. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from Dunlap's grandmother's basement in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
I'm not saying that you killed a fish. I'm saying I killed a fish, and that tank should be empty. And why is there a live fish in there now?
How could I have killed it? That's why you telling me that?
No.
I wouldn't have killed nothing.
I'm telling you, I killed a fish a long time ago.
Well, why did you say you didn't? I never killed a fish.
I'm saying you brung a fish in, you cleaned the tank, filtered the water, and put a fish in there. Why'd you do that?
What?
Or somebody did.
I didn't have anything to do with no fish tank. Your grandma did something like
She
that.
won't come down here and touch that water.
She's come down here a few times. I've seen her clean a thing up or two around here.
She'll come down to clean up, but not to change the fish water.
Well, she got sick of looking at the mess in there.
I told her that was a memorial.
I ain't never said it looked like grain water to me.
I said, my fish, Ron Glass, was my best friend. The only fish that got me. And I don't want the smell of his home flushed or dumped out in the yard.
Well, it smelled better since you did it.
I bet she thought, well, I'll get you a new fish. And you won't you'll forget about Ron Glass. I'll never forget about Ron Glass, my fish.
I don't understand when people have fish outside of being a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, waiting room. But other than that, there ain't no reason. That's about the extent of the time I won't spend looking at something swim around. That's the only place is fish tanks as far as I'm concerned.
That's a good waiting room. When you go in a waiting room and there's a fish tank, know, this doctor is probably going to cure me.
You're in good shape, yeah. They went that far, go out of the way. I mean, there's magazines and stuff too, but that's about the length of me looking at a fish go back and forth. I don't know why some people like it, some of them pretty colored or whatever, but I wouldn't have one to begin with.
What should I name this fish?
Huh?
I got a new fish here, I guess.
I didn't know you had all until just then. I don't know the first thing about you.
If it wasn't you,
I didn't know what was in that.
Somebody's trying to win me over. What should I name it, though?
I don't know. Flipper something. I don't know what you name a fish. I don't know.
Flipper. That's good. Flipper.
Huh?
Oh, Flipper. My friend.
Yeah.
There's a getting to know you period with a fish as with any beloved pet. Me and Flipper are going to get through the Trump administration together.
If I had a magic fish to help me do that, I'd have a pet fish. If I had a fish, somehow just tell me everything's going to be okay,
Mr. Limpet fish?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe not as funny or silly, but like somebody
calming, reassuring.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Limpet. Like a Mr. Limpet that just swims right up to you and says, you're going to be okay.
Well, yeah, there's somebody, but, a pet fish not out in the ocean like Miss Limpet's out free. Out fish in a tank at your house. You won't want to go every time you need to cope with something. You don't need to go down the ocean because that's a waste of time. Man, no, I thought about get a fish, put it in like you got there, a tank.
Maybe you could find a vacation rental or an Airbnb.
No, I don't. It's a silly thing anyway. I just saying it'd be nice to have something to tell you. Fish don't talk or know better than that. That's a bunch of bull. But I'm just, the way you said it, I said,
that
well,
would
hell,
be nice,
if all it took was a fish, then give me a whole bunch of them. Give me a sack full of them.
We need a sack full of salve fishes. Make us feel better. I don't know, Jackie, did you see that press conference today? I think Trump has finally got things under control. I'd say he's nailing this whole president thing. He was, when I turned it on, I was like, am I watching The West Wing?
What the hell are you talking
Could
about?
This possibly be Donald Trump? Dare I say presidential Donald Trump? That's all bullshit. No, that was terrifying.
That's
I don't
the
even
same
know.
old, he crazy as hell. He's crazy.
I don't even know what he would say.
If a man come over my house to move furniture or something and he talked to me like that, I wouldn't trust him with my couch or footstools.
Where are you moving?
Well, I'm just saying, I'd call up another moving.
I'll take them footstools if you're getting rid of them
I ain't
footstools.
getting rid of nothing. I'm just saying I wouldn't trust anybody, let alone give a country to him.
Country time.
Country to him, he's president. I don't know how that happened. I still don't understand how it happened. Everybody got a reason. Russians this, Hillary Clinton's awful, this, or that. None of it makes any sense to me. You go down every one of those, and you come up with this. It don't make any sense. I mean, the Russia stuff makes sense. It don't mean it guarantees to win.
I wouldn't trust Flipper with nobody like that. Somebody come over there and like, oh, I inherited a mess. Let me move your fish. I'd be like, get your hands off Flipper.
Yeah.
He's literally all I got right now. You see any sheets on this mattress on the floor? No. But I got a fish.
I wouldn't want to come anywhere near my fish or anything I value or treasure.
Jake Tapper on CNN said, imagine if this was your boss, which it kind of is America's boss. The president's kind of America's boss, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, sure what it used to be. I guess it still is. He don't know how to do it, but all right, yeah.
America said, Jake Tapper, I'm just calling Jake Tapper America now.
Don't do that. Don't give him too much credit. Good Lord.
People love Jake Tapper now. Liberals,
yeah, right.
Liberals love Jake Tapper.
And when did they not like him beforehand? Is just Trump the best thing that ever happened to him?
Trump is changing a lot of people's lives. A lot of people are having a lot. I mean, things are bad for the majority of people, but Stephen Colbert, Jake Tapper, and who else is benefiting from Trump?
Hell, I don't know. Well, I'm glad television personalities are doing so much better. Good for them. They're not quite. I think Mexican people, Latino people, or something probably doing a little worse.
Oh, like there can't be a Mexican person on TV.
Well, they ain't hardly any.
No,
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
That's not my fault. I'm just saying that there could be.
Well, now ain't the time. I don't think that anybody's go too excited about to see that now because of he ain't going to be anyway.
Well, who ain't going to be?
He don't like Mexican people, even though he says he's not racist. He ain't.
So Professor Hardee's is not going to be in charge of replacing America's workforce with robots because Oprah found out that he and his wife accused him of domestic abuse, and then I guess later she retracted it. But I guess if you watch that episode of first of all, Oprah is convincing. Just being on Oprah. And being on Oprah in 1990, super convincing. That is authentic, and that's some Oprah cred.
If you want someone to say something, if you Republican, that don't make any difference. If somebody says, Oprah Winfrey, drop this tape off for you, you're going to look at it. She got your attention. If Oprah sends you something, you want to know what it is.
And I think it was the women on the council of I really don't understand how the Senate works. I mean, this has made me think maybe the Senate is a little ridiculous. I want to keep all the things that keep Donald Trump from burning my house down or whatever he wants to do, doing donuts in my yard, whatever it is he thinks he can get away with. I like that the Senate has all these committees and rules. We should keep them. They don't make any sense. Nobody understands them except Mitch McConnell. That's probably not great.
No.
But I like that it's just hard to get through them. Like, usually that's bad. I'd say right now that's good. Anything that frustrates and confuses Donald Trump, which is most things that aren't a French fry, a glass of Coke.
Channel changer.
Some
of those probably go over his head.
So I'm just saying, what was I say? The Senate, that committee, the women on this thing, they watched Oprah, and they were like, Jesus Christ, no. Even though apparently his wife later retracted the statement. Lamar Alexander, I think, was also on this committee. He's like, I don't know. I got bored. It was a little touchy-feely for me. Yeah. I think we can go ahead and put Hardee's in charge of – no? Okay. Hardee's is probably going to drop out. So Hardee's dropped out.
You going to bring up that is whatever you want to call him, Lamar Alexander. I'm going to bring up old Corker. Now, give credit where credit's due. Now, Corker, you acting like a good Republican. I want you to keep doing that. It makes me proud that you represent my state, and I not many people can say that. Nope. I'm gonna say not many people can say that. I'm lucky. So, Corker, you keep it up.
Lamar Alexander may love Hardee's and domestic abuse, but Bob Corker still is on record as hating Russia. That is what Republicans used to be about, was hating Russia.
That's what I was, yeah.
If you were going to do broad stereotypes of conservative characters, you'd get on there and you'd go, oh, I hate Russia. Yeah. Or maybe I hate Obama.
Either
Same
one.
thing.
Yeah, either one.
And now, the higher my voice gets, the crazier world events are.
Right.
And now, Republicans love Russia. Nobody even wants to investigate this. Paul Ryan's like, Russia. Leaks. It's the leaks, Jackie.
It ain't. Well, he don't make any sense. You talk about watching him today, not making any sense. He see the press is all fake. It's fake news, but the leaks have got to stop. But that's the. If they're fake, why they need to stop it? He don't make any sense. Not that he ever did or does. He can't make up his mind. He's made up his mind. It changes every 2 seconds. It don't whatever he got to come out of his mouth to justify what did it say? That one fella, like I didn't. Somebody told me that. What did it say? He's talking about how much he won by his biggest
electoral college victory since Ronald Reagan,
which everybody knows ain't true. And then the man sit there and called him on it and said, "Well, somebody told me that." So that's what it is now. That's what the president all he has to do. Now, I don't like Hillary or Obama, but can you imagine what they say to them if they say, well, I don't care about that, or somebody told me, I don't remember who. You held them accountable to things. This man can do whatever he wants to. Evidently.
He thinks he can. I guess this is the part where we're figuring out if we're going to let him or not. So far, he's doing a pretty good job of fucking shit up for himself.
Hey, watch your mouth, man. They trying to figure out. We all may be dead before they figure out he's crazy. That's what I already figured that out. Russia is flying away out off of East Coast, like Connecticut or somewhere. And, flying and shooting missiles, and he ain't even talked. His buddy Putin ain't ever done anything wrong. We just gonna tolerate that now. That's just what it is.
It is weird. Well, I think Tillerson is asking Russia to not fuck Ukraine so hard.
Watch your mouth.
So that is
Russia ain't gonna do a damn thing. They mad right now because they got their one of their buddies is gone. They got old Flynn out.
A lot has happened, folks.
I can't keep up with it all.
We didn't even say this is our second podcast this week. It's I think an emergency podcast. Sometimes they say on these news podcasts, an emergency podcast.
Yes,
We're not going to do 2 podcasts a week. We're not going to do it.
No.
I mean, maybe. It's just hard to tell what's going to happen. I don't even know when we're putting these up anymore. Everything is crazy. News cycles. I mean, how many things? If Donald Trump was a normal politician, president, there are 400 things he said today that would have driven the news for months and months.
Yeah. Never would it. Never see the end of it.
Flynn resigned. Was that the shortest anybody, a major
That's
candidate?
the shortest. It ain't been a month. Ain't been a month in there. Last 3 weeks. He dropped out. And now Trump says he's a good man, this Flynn fella. He's a good man. He's been treated terribly. He's been treated terrible by the press. The press treated this man terrible. The press didn't fire him.
Did they even fire him?
He said he had to go for lying to Pence. That's the one thing he shouldn't have done, or got confused and lied. You're going to hear that a lot. Let me tell you right now from this administration. He got confused and he thought he said this and he didn't, or what. This is the first of many times you're going to hear that excuse. But he had to let him go because he told Pence something that wasn't true. I wonder if Pence got mad about it or what he did. Of course, Pence sitting in that room today with everybody else in the world looking at him ramble on like that. What the hell's he thinking? I don't blame that fella. Who is it today? He got to replace Flynn. That guy, he named him, and as soon as he named his name, said, nah, he ain't going to. He must be. Everybody kept saying, oh, he's a good man. He's a good man. Well, I guess he was.
Navy man. Admiral, not going to. Trump asked the Admiral to come on, be new Flynn, and the Admiral said, no way.
He probably told him all you got to do is just be smart militarily and, every now and then talk to the Russians, let them know they're going to get everything they want. That's your job. Of course, no, Flynn's supposedly doing that on his own, right? That's what they said, hey, we didn't know anything about him calling Russia. We never knew anything during the campaign and after, since he'd been, we didn't know anything about him doing that. Well, why the hell is he telling them we're going to get rid of all of. Don't worry, we're going to take care of these sanctions, Russia. Don't you worry about that. We got it covered. Who is he saying that on his own? On his own accord?
That'd really be taking some initiative, some Flynn-initiative.
Well, it's either that or he's doing what they all agreed to do. Whatever deal they made.
And then during the campaign, people were talking. We don't know who was talking. We don't know what they were talking about, but somebody was talking to Russia during the campaign.
Well, Putin's got what he likes right now. He got everything he wants. He got a crazy man in charge of the country.
America's ruined.
Unstable. Yeah, permanently damaged, I think. We may not make it out of this.
So it doesn't really matter. I mean, Russia already won. They won. So it doesn't matter what happens now. We have President Trump. The free world is permanently disabled.
Well, something's going to happen because the way the world is, and the world's a terrible place sometimes, and there's going to be a natural disaster, going to be another terrorist attack. Lord, I hope it don't, but something's going to happen, and people who counted on the U.S. to take care of a situation, they can't count on us no more, and they're not going to, and that includes Americans. Something's going to happen. Can you imagine if something like a major disaster here? These men don't know what they're doing in there.
I'm going to give his fish some beer.
Does he like it?
Self-care is important too, Jackie, in this day and age.
What is it?
Self-care.
Self-care.
We can't just, look, I know it's very important that Russia worked with the Trump campaign to destabilize and wreck the American election.
Right.
And that now their man is on the inside. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, what do they want? They're going to get some stuff, probably a lot of oil money. They're probably going to get whatever Tillerson's saying about Ukraine ain't going to matter. Russia's going to get whatever they want. But that doesn't really matter because, I mean, Russia already got what they want. They ruined the Western alliance.
Yep.
I mean, they got people in there who don't give a shit. They want to tear everything down. So that works for Putin. A weakened America, a weakened West. But what happens as China strengthens? Drink this beer, fish.
Why?
Is he drinking it or does he just live in it?
I always figured that drink a little water, don't they? I don't know. Go through the gills. Some goes in. I don't know. First thing about
You're like the
living in the water.
You're like the Betsy DeVos of fish.
I guess so. I don't know. I wouldn't have one. Like I said, after I watch it swim back and forth about 10, 15 minutes, I'm done.
So Russia's no big deal. If you read a lot of our old buddies in the Republican media side of things, it's a whole different conversation. Everybody's just mad about the leaks. They're worried about the leaks. That's what they think is
something's got to stop. Yeah, something got to stop all these leaks.
If you read hippie Facebook, Donald Trump committed treason. If you read Republican Facebook, everybody's still thinking they're going to get Obama for treason. That Obama left all this in. People are still mad at Obama, even though, like we know, it's becoming clearer every day. The intelligence community, which I will say, it's not good for the intelligence community to be fighting against the president.
Nope.
I think the president started it. That just means you got a real dumb president.
Well, that's the thing. This Flynn fella's such a smart man, going to put him in charge of national security. He don't know that when he calls up Russia to talk to him, that maybe the CIA's got some of them Russian people, bugs on the phone. He's a dumb ass, excuse my language, dumb ass. And we know Trump is. To me, it seems like intelligence has sat down with him about 20 times and said, look, we know about this. This is going to come out, and probably give him an opportunity to do whatever about it. And he just go, oh, yeah, whatever. And he don't do nothing about it. So somebody, well, what the hell are we going to do with this? If he ain't going to do nothing about it, then somebody giving it to the newspaper. That's what it looks like to me, but hell if I know.
They're probably trying to do that fast before they fire a bunch of people. Purge.
Well,
for a second there, when all this was coming out, it looked like, oh, shit, he's going down. And now it just seems like nobody gives a shit.
Nobody cares. As soon as he start running his mouth and talking crazy, people don't care anymore.
But it takes a while, right? I mean, right now, the Republicans still think that Trump can help them win in 2018. So why are they going to dump Trump? They ain't. They're going to, I mean, people didn't rush to get rid of Nixon until, like, more stuff come out, right?
Yeah.
Is that the Watergate story? Like, at first, people were still like, no, Nixon's good. Nixon won bigly.
Yeah, it did.
Twice.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's different than this man. This man has lied from the get-go. He lied when he was running for president. He lies for no reason.
The country was astonished that the president lied during Watergate. It broke the country.
That's back in.
It broke the country and ushered in disco.
It's a long time ago.
And this time, I think the country would break if Donald Trump come out and said something that was true. We'd get like a new Saturday Night Live and, punk.
Yeah.
We'd get like a new Talking Heads. If Trump come out and was like, you know what, this Russia stuff is bullshit. I really fucked this up.
Hey, watch him. Don't say it that way.
I'm firing everybody and starting all over. Also, these meds are kicking in. I feel like a new person. There's a mental health stigma in this country, folks, and we need to talk about it.
Yeah. He's crazy.
If that happened, it would be like we'd have the Ramones, a new Ramones.
Who?
My timeline's a little messed up.
Yeah.
We'd at least get a new Jay Ferguson and Thunder Island.
What is it?
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my lady.
I just heard that just on the radio or something, right?
In the sun with your dress undone.
Yeah. I like that song, yeah. That's good. Not you singing it, but I like when it play on the radio.
Thunder Island. They make love, and it's what I think happens in that song. Now, I haven't sit down to study it, but I think what happens is he makes love in a tropical rainstorm to a beautiful lady with her dress undone.
He don't say it like that though. He's saying it sha-la-la stuff like that. I just
I
like
think
a melody.
He's remembering. He's thinking back like, oh, remember when I fucked that girl on Thunder Island?
Watch your mouth. He didn't say they wouldn't play it on the radio if that's what kind of song it was.
I bet you Thunder Island, he changed the name. I bet it was actually fucking Island.
Hey, shut your mouth. Nowadays, that's what they play on the radio is that sort of stuff.
He's like,
The president says worse than that nowadays. That back then, it was bad. Disco was bad and all that, but the song, at least it didn't play,
fucking
words.
Island.
Hey, didn't say words like that on it.
I'm taking this single to the president of the record company, and it's going to go to #1. Or my name isn't Jay Ferguson. What's the record called, Jay? Fucking Island.
Hey.
You can't play that on the radio. What are you talking about? It's 1978. There's a little play.
Well.
I wonder if it's close to Mar-a-Lago, fucking Island.
Hey.
You know what came with this? Do you know the song Thunder Island? Beautiful song. Wonderful song. It gets in your head, right? We got to take our laughs where we can get them these days. Just imagining Donald Trump talking to some people about buying Thunder Island. That's where he wrote Thunder Island, right off the coast of Mar-a-Lago. This is my friend Jay Ferguson. I don't know. He may have played the inauguration.
Yeah.
Folks, clip of the week is Thunder Island by Jay Ferguson. I don't even know if that's actually his name. Go look it up. It's got a good record cover. I think the name of the album might be Thunder Island, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I know that Sha-La-La song. I remember
that. Sha-La-La-La, my lady.
Yeah. I know that. Like I said, it sounds better on the radio than coming out of your mouth, but yeah.
In the sun with your dress undone. Yeah. What's happened was she took her dress off in that sun, that rain come. He's like, fuck, I'm horny now.
All right.
After dinner, I'll show you where they fucked in the sand.
Hey.
That's what our president said. To the man holding the nuclear football.
Well, we say it all over. The people on the Facebooks and Twitters taking pictures with it.
That's what it is now, Jackie. It's like you walk in. It's like, first of all, it's an Instagram culture, so it's inevitable that most Instagrammable nuclear football ever. But under Trump, sure, it's hastened. Everything's cheapened. Nothing matters anymore. Who cares? The presidency is worthless now. We'll give you 2 cents for it.
True, pretty much. Every Republican sitting there watching it happen, not doing a damn thing. Well, Corker will thank you. I usually don't like John McCain, but he's a couple of things he's said.
He does hate Trump.
Well, everybody should.
No.
I don't just because he's an enemy of my enemy don't make him my friend, right? How's that supposed to work?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
No, not John McCain. No.
What about the enemy of my enemy is okay when he's like a real pain in my enemy's ass?
That's Lindsey Graham right there you talking about. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
Did you ever play nuclear football on Super Nintendo?
What is it?
Nuclear. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Lot happening, folks.
I can't keep up with it all.
The press conference. So much happened at the press. We could just live tweet on a podcast the press conference, and it would be. Except it's too disturbing. I don't ever want to watch that again. It's like Pence. What's Pence thinking? He's sitting there thinking. Have you ever seen like a commercial, like a Mormon commercial, like you'd see on like early Sunday morning? You know, when they can afford to buy it, like 5 a.m. on Channel 2, and the Mormons bought up some airtime, and they got a commercial, and there's a man who looks just like Mike Pence, looking at an old man. We come to realize it's his father. Cut to Mike Pence, actor, thinking, I've got to take Dad's keys away. I don't know how I'm going to tell him. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
They always trick you, those commercials. Yeah, 'cause always something sweet, always something nice. Little child learns something lesson, and then ain't that sweet? And then, Mormons did that. All right.
That's how they get you.
Yep. And then they're fine. I like them just fine. They
don't like Trump either. I mean, I think a lot of them voted for him. That's Evan McMullen territory, Mormons. Shit. Maybe we ought to join up. I got a feeling if you join the Mormon church as a white straight person, it would be like having one of them common fish you're talking about. If you're a white straight person and you join the Mormon church and, you got some money, I just feel like it would be kind of like living with one of them common fishes.
Why?
You got to commit to it.
I like Mormons just fine. I ain't got all day to talk to them about that stuff they believe in, but they're nice people. I don't have, we used to be a Mormon family used to come in the store. They're all real pretty, nice, blonde hair, nice people, but,
If you're tuning into this podcast to hear us bash the Mormons, you're going to have to take it somewhere else, because the only church Jackie hates is the Catholics.
I don't hate no Catholic church. Don't say that on here. I don't hate any of it. They don't like me. Catholics don't like me.
Sounds like Trump's press conference.
Well.
Fake news. Book of Mormon. Fake news. Vatican II. Fake news. Young Pope. Fake news.
Everything's fake. He don't like it. It's fake. I wish I could live in a world like that. Just that ain't real. I don't like that, and it's gone. He's doing that to like people right now.
So, what else happened at the press conference? Or yesterday, when was it that they asked him about anti-Semitism and he just started talking about the election again? People calling Jewish sinners and making bomb threats and
shameful.
And he's still talking about his election. Look, I keep thinking America's attention span is little bitty now. Now, like we've been living, it was little bitty already, and now we've had Trump for a year and a half more. So it's gotten a little bittier.
Yeah.
So before, I would have thought, okay, people are just going to get tired of him. People get tired of things. People got tired of Duck Dynasty. It's going to be like, hey, do you remember when 21 Pilots was popular?
What is
Only
it?
It's going to be Trump. But now with the news cycle so fast, I keep thinking that could happen any day now. So people just going to get tired of him. The president may become like a fad. Like, they've reset everything. Steve Bannon, Donald Trump, they've changed the whole country for the worst.
Yeah.
So the way we elect presidents now may be just like, who's trending on Twitter. That's president. President trending. The Rock's got a new movie coming out. He said something funny on Instagram. He's trending. He's president until tomorrow.
What is it?
You president trending. You trend. And you get to be president for a day or until you stop trending. Maybe you trend for a couple of weeks. It's not unheard. Well, yeah, it is.
You're trending.
You trend for a day or a day and a half. It's like that story from that Hulk comic book that they ripped off from Harlan Ellison, where the man in the future was like the soldier of the day, and he just walk around and shoot future people, and the Hulk shows up. I can't remember why. And then I think he's like, I'm the hero of the day. I'm on all these future billboards. And then, like, he gets killed, and there's another hero of the day for the next day. It's tomorrow, and that was the twist.
What?
And the Hulk was there. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
What, is this a funny book? What is it?
Yeah. I don't think anybody's going to. It's just something I read when I was a kid, and I thought I'd throw it out there.
Hulk was cartoon, yeah, but he's real, too. On TV, he was real.
On TV, he was a sad man, a sad middle-aged man.
Yeah.
Eddie's father.
He's a monster, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Of course.
That's why he was sad.
Of course, Eddie's father used to hate that show. I'd hear that song come on, turn that off, couldn't stand it. Didn't like it, but then he'd come around and do Hulk on TV. He showed he's pretty good.
How'd you feel about Family Affair?
Hmm.
Family Affair?
Which one's that one?
That's Brian Keith.
Oh, I like him. I didn't like those children got on my nerves. Both of them were the twins.
I'm not sure. They were either twins or it might have just been brother and
Well,
sister.
the daddy's always off doing something with Butler to take care of them or something. That's Richie Rich to me. I didn't watch it.
Sebastian Cabot.
Well,
Maybe they were just friends. Were they related?
I don't know. But I remember when you said Keith. I remember him. Like
Oh,
Keith.
Mr. Butler, Susie's coming over today. She's just my friend, not my sister. I'll prepare you a sandwich. What was Brian Keith doing that he left his kids alone all day?
Busy working or something. I don't know what he did. I didn't watch it. I just remember it being on. I changed the channel. Didn't watch that one.
Was he Hardcastle or McCormick?
I don't know which one it was. I didn't watch it.
That was a good song. Drive. This is the original Hardcastle and McCormick car. I drive it around Thunder Island, fucking island.
Hey, I don't want to hear a mouth on you.
This is where Jay Ferguson boned his shala lady. In the sun with her dress undone.
All right.
That's the only words I remember from that song.
Hardcastle McCormick, they were police or detectives. What were they?
Oh, I think they were bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters, something like that. I remember that. That was all right. They said the car a lot. Yeah.
This is how we got Trump. Just sit around and talk about old TV shows.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's fun, though. I'd watch a Hardcastle on McCormick. I wonder if you can stream that.
What is it?
Stream it. So they asked him about anti-Semitism, and he just talked about his election, and then told the reporter to shut up, sit down. Netanyahu come over. How'd that go, you think?
I don't know.
Just more rambling?
Pretty much every time. Yeah. I don't.
Justin Trudeau come down. More rambling.
He's the one that's old Canada, right?
That's old Canada.
Canada. He like a little boy. He come down. But a little boy's the only one didn't do that weird when he grabs your hand and jerks on you.
Yep, little boy's smart.
Yeah.
I don't know if they got Eagle Scouts in Canada, but if they do, they should make him an honorary
He should
one.
be one. Yeah, he knew how to you ain't gonna jerk on around on my hand.
And then Trump said he was the least. Was he talking about anti-Semitism when he said he was the least racist person?
Yeah, he said he's the least.
How would you quantify that exactly?
The least racist person that ever was. Yeah.
I think. Is he just saying the opposite of things?
When he says I don't know anything about Russia, and when he says I'm the most least racist person you'll ever see, yeah.
Because that ain't just lying. That's specifically targeting the truth and doubling down on the opposite of it. It ain't just like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. He's saying, he's picking something that everybody knows is true and then saying the exact opposite of it.
Yeah.
It's like Bizarro, but a Bizarro that has never found the right therapist. Then the woman, he asked the woman if she knew the Black.
Yeah, well, as a black reporter, yeah, of course I think that was not long after he said, I'm the most least racist person you'll ever see.
I don't know if they ever thought about an Office sequel where Michael Scott became president, but that's basically been the last month. Has it been a month or 40 years?
Hell. He's supposed to age, president's supposed to age you or something. You can't tell with him. He got sprayed all over,
I mean, here's one thing we forgot to do last week that I would just like to quickly spend a little time on, Jackie, because I think it's important. So much news happens these days that we don't get to ever hunker down and spend some time with the story. And I kind of wanted to talk about this beautiful story. It's a story of friendship in a time of crisis. Two people who have been brought together by the stress and the danger of the Trump administration
You talking about me and you?
Oh, that's sweet.
I don't see any other reason to sit here and talk about this unless you're mad at Trump.
Do you want to pet my fish?
I ain't gonna pet no fish. What?
No, Jackie, the friends I'm talking about, the new odd couple, everybody's two favorite co-advances, Steve Bannon and Reince Priebus.
Oh, yeah.
This was a story that come out what feels like in 2011, but it actually was from February 9th, where Steve Bannon and Reince Priebus made this poor woman reporter from New York Magazine come over. I think they just called her up. Here's how it starts. We're just finishing, Steve Bannon told me. Reince is giving me my daily back massage.
What?
The two men burst into a fit of conspiratorial laughter. Off the record, Reince Priebus said. Off the record, Bannon repeated. They continued to laugh. But what if it was true, Jackie? What if Reince Priebus was really giving Steve Bannon?
I wouldn't, but that may be part of the job. Hell, I don't know what goes on in any of those. If it was, we probably would have leaked by now. Somebody would have told us.
Like a good, oily, deep tissue.
Oh, don't just
back massage.
I don't think about him with the shirt off, or anybody touch him, let alone Reince weasel fingers.
We talk a lot, pretty much all day long, Priebus said. And then we communicate at night. Until we fall asleep, Bannon interjected with a laugh. Until somebody falls asleep. You fell asleep last night, Priebus cut in. I did, Bannon said. I think like 11:15, Priebus added. I did, Bannon said. He became unresponsive, Priebus laughed.
Good buddies.
I don't know if I like them being friends, pretending to be friends, better than I like imagining them as enemies better.
Oh, hell, they ain't friends. Who is friends around Trump?
Let me tell you, two men who've never had friends. Steve Bannon and Reince Priebus.
Yeah.
Let's name the people in the Trump White House, and you tell me if they've ever had any friends. Steve Bannon.
Real friend? No.
Reince Priebus.
Hell no.
Stephen Miller.
Oh, good. That's that one on TV last time?
Mm.
No. He's the worst one. He's the one that ain't come out of the basement till yesterday.
Gorka's had more friends than Stephen Miller.
Yeah.
Corker could probably put together a birthday party.
He'd have some Fraser friends that come around, drink wine or whatever it is they do, smoke pipe, yeah. He'd do that. That other one, that Miller.
And so I was telling the blacks.
The Miller one looked like he just, like something, Daddy locked you down in the place for years and years and finally let you out.
That might be what happened.
And put you on TV.
I don't know how you come from Santa Monica and look like you've never seen the sun a day in your life.
Yeah. That's where it's from, yeah.
Did you see the Burbs?
What is it?
If Fraser had sex with one of those Burbs monsters.
Monsters?
Stephen Miller. They are like a mutant Fraser family. The whole White House. Steve Bannon, they all look like a Rob Zombie directing Frasier. Like a girl in cutoffs just stumbled into the house like, wow, look at all these racist books. And a monster.
Where's a zombie Frasier? What?
Steve Bannon getting a chainsaw out. Anybody know how to work this? Or does anybody in here know how to turn on a chainsaw?
He looks like a baby monster you showed me a picture of. Grown-up baby monster. What do you call it?
Which
Bannon looks like a grown-up baby monster. Monster baby.
A certain monster baby?
In the pails. I don't know the name. You showed me the picture
the
of
garbage pail kids, yeah.
The one grown up, yeah. That's monster he looks like.
Do you think Trump surrounds himself with people that he wants to teach, like, how to loosen up and have fun?
Why?
By the time this administration is over, all these guys are going to get dates. Or I'm going to lose $500.
That's about what he thinks being president is, right there, what you just said. That's the extent. All he knows is game shows.
People are like, oh, he was damn just negotiating his apprentice contract. That's how he wound up running for president. What if it was all just a wager to see if he could get Stephen Miller laid?
Oh, don't. And if that's what he's supposed to be doing, he ain't doing a damn good job of it, making it worse for all of them. That's what I don't understand. People still defend all these people and like them, but all the businesses are going. Nobody wants to have anything to do with them except the people who do, and it don't make a damn bit of sense to me.
We've spent so much time trying to figure out why the South likes Donald Trump, why Middle America likes Donald Trump, why good salt of the earth Andy Griffith loving Southerners like Donald Trump, who seems the opposite of everything.
Yankee.
Ultimate Yankee,
Yeah.
know it all.
Yeah, loud mouth. Yeah.
And I think it's just because all the people that the South hates, the media, other rich people, the elite, people in New York, hate Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So if they all hate Donald Trump,
Must be doing something right, I guess.
so it's not before you'd have to show the South something of worth, some folksiness, away with the guitar. You can run a trot line, just the basics, something. A big beard. You make duck calls. You kill zombies. Things that the South appreciates. You're Mickey Gilley. Whatever. And now, all you have to do is be something that the rest of the world has mocked. And you can become president.
Very much. People like to see all, and like I said, I think I said this before, I can't, because it's Trump, I can't even enjoy watching liberals not know what to do with themselves. And I understand that. That's a high you get on. I've been there before. You get that kind of, it's almost like a drug goes in. It says, look at him squirm, look at him crying, look at it. And I know what that is. I've been there with that.
People say that online. The only reason I like Trump is because it makes liberals lose their minds. I can almost understand that.
Now, and I have to agree with this. If it was President Pence, he'd be driving them liberals crazy, but not like this. Not like this, no. So I see you just got to come away from that. You just got to let that go. You've enjoyed it. How long's it been? It's not a month yet. It's been funny. We're watching Blues Aheads, all that stuff. Now go back to being a damn Republican and get this crazy SOB out the White House.
And let's kick Russia's ass back to Russia.
That's what we're supposed to do. Right now, they just go up and down, go wherever they want to. Wants to be friends. They keep saying that all the time. What's wrong with us being friends? You don't understand. They're good people. They helped me win this election. They're not showing all this terrible stuff they got on me. On my business dealings, or my PP, whatever the hell they got. These people are nice. Why don't you like them like I like them? Well, I ain't being blackmailed. And I sure as hell didn't have them lie for me to do something else.
Look, it doesn't make any sense. He's not said anything bad about Russia. You can look up go to any liberal website and look up a timeline.
He said worse things about this country than he's ever said about Russia.
Russia, he keeps saying, what's wrong with being friends with Russia? Russia's nice. What's wrong with being friends with people? As literally legless refugees stagger bloodily in the background on, like, BBC. If you have a TV song, if there's a TV set on BBC, you're seeing, like, bloody orphans, and then they'll cut to Trump. saying Russia's nice. What's the matter with Russia? They're our friends. Why can't we just get along with other countries and other peoples of the world? Isn't that what we want? To get along, to be one big melting pot? I'm reaching out my hand in friendship to this country.
Not to Iran, no, not them.
Not them.
You cannot be friends with them.
You can't trust them.
You cannot. Hell, he's mad at Mexico and Australia. He said more bad things about Mexico and Australia than he said about Russia one time.
Russia's pretty white. That's as white as you can get, unless you're Stephen Miller. I mean, in Australia, they got tans. And then, the other countries.
Well.
But Russia is white. White.
Well, they've already won, so I hand it to them. You win, you some, you lose some. I hate to lose my country. I hate to lose my values, everything I stand for, everything I was taught that was what made this country the greatest country on earth, every bit of the Constitution, that's out the window, everything. So, here's to you, Putin. Putin gets what he wants, and I guarantee you, Trump goes to bed every night miserable and crazy. They say he sits around, all it does is sit around and watch TV, and everybody talk about how awful he is. Just sit and watch that all night. Getting madder and madder.
What if you tried to turn on Rockford Files on Netflix, Jackie?
Yeah. And
what it was instead was Jake Tapper calling you a liar.
I'd turn it off.
What if Jake Tapper said, Jackie Bros is a dumb son of a bitch?
Hey, I wouldn't watch Tapper to begin with.
What if he said, America, wake the fuck up, Jackie Bros, I slap him in his mouth.
Watch your mouth. You watch what you's coming out of yours. I don't want to hit.
What if Jake Tapper showed up at your door and was like, hey, let me in. I'm going to kick your ass.
I wouldn't let him in. I wouldn't watch it.
You wouldn't let Jake Tapper in.
Not without an invitation, not without him calling beforehand. Now you can't. Nobody just show up, bang on your door.
What if he's like, I run out of gas?
Well, I'll wait right there. I'll come out and help you. But no, you don't come.
I need to use the bathroom.
Well, it depends on the circumstances. I don't know if he's out there got to use the bathroom, car broke down, whatever. If it's that, then maybe. I don't know. But I don't want Jake Tapper coming over my house unannounced.
I was passing through Murfreesboro, and the tour bus broke down, and the bathrooms stopped up on it because the bass player, and I need to get in there and go to the bathroom.
Well, I'd say this much. I never thought the world would Jake Tapper, but I know if we talk about Trump, we'd get along for a little bit. That'd be enough to get through helping him change a tire, whatever the hell it is I got to do. He'd be on his way.
I was on my way down to the Trump rally, and the tour bus broke down. Are you going to go to the Trump rally, Jackie?
Hell no.
Where is it, in Florida?
He's having another one, yeah.
Is it on Thunder Island?
I don't know. It's in Florida somewhere, wherever it is in Florida. He got to go have one of those all the time. Let's see how many people going to put it on TV. Probably everybody.
I'd go if it's on Thunder Island.
I went to one of those. I don't understand. I don't get.
You know what? We missed our chance. I'll tell you what. We were in New Hampshire, snowy New Hampshire. We were so close to Trump. We missed our chance, Jackie, to slip across the border into Canada. We may not get that chance again.
I don't think so.
That's when we should have done it.
Back in
a year ago.
That seemed silly back in. That seemed ridiculous. Let's get over. Why don't we go stay in Canada in case Trump wins? That'd be to laugh at each other to sleep saying that up there. But we went to one of them things. People just sit around. I don't understand. He's just like he is in that press thing. He just runs his mouth about things.
That we were at the one where he said who'd he call a pussy?
I don't know.
Ted Cruz. Our president called Ted Cruz a pussy. Well, that's actually pretty cool.
Well, yeah. He said things about Bush. It was cool. It's just when he started saying things about our country that I don't like anymore. that we just like Russia. Well, you're going to find out there's people in not Republicans, evidently, but I guess the CIA, FBI people, they ain't going to tell him nothing anymore because they don't know who it's going to go to.
Look, I'm not saying that it's good to have the intelligence community at war with the President of the United States, but it is in this case. Now, in the future, they're doing a lot of stuff that since they've completely demolished the presidency and several decades worth of norms, and in Congress, I think they're probably going to like fuck that shit up too. So
watch your mouth.
by the time all this is done, I mean, we'll be lucky if this country can pass a fucking dog catcher bill, a federal dog catcher bill. Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Down on Thunder Island. That's if he had. Imagine this big rally, right? They're really just doing this to incite violence, right? They're going to be protesters.
That's
show
what they
up,
always did. To hit people and knock people around. That's what they wanted. Did
distract from the Russia thing. But what if after they beat up the protesters and the tear gas and the riots, and then whoever's left in there is like, okay, folks, come out this way. I'm going to show you Thunder Island. Like, what is it, Mr. Trump, President Trump? Thunder Island. And he brought everybody to Thunder Island. What a wonderful surprise.
Why?
He might even get my vote in 2020 or whenever they kick him out.
Why?
Jackie, I've noticed one thing here. I know it's time for our sponsors since it's an hour in, but I kind of wanted to. I get a lot of news alerts on this because I'm a professional podcaster. Pretty much make my living at it, and that's not true. I get a lot of news alerts on my phone, and I just kind of wanted to go through the Fox News alerts because I think we spent a little time on here talking about the different bubbles that we live in. I think this might be the new Fred Thompson's Twitter.
What is it?
Now, here's a good Fox News breaking news. Harward says no. That does kind of shift the blame onto him. Makes him seem a little unreasonable to denying the president.
He's the smartest one in the bunch.
Former Navy SEAL turns down National Security Advisor offer. Although that does say, a Navy SEAL is the smartest person alive.
Yeah.
And the most physically fit.
Yeah, they strong. They go through a lot, yeah.
And the sexiest.
I don't know what it looks like.
So for a former Navy SEAL to turn down the president, that might sway a few Fox people to go like, well, what? There ain't nothing a Navy SEAL don't know how to do. They're like a Canadian Boy Scout to the nth degree.
Wow.
So if he's turning down the president, maybe it's bunker time. Not Archie bunker time, although it also is that. Let's see here's a good Fox News alert I got on my phone. Now, a lot of people listening may also get Fox News alerts. So this is just, you can probably turn this off now. Second ISIS attack, 75 reported dead at Pakistan's shrine. Now, look, I didn't get any ISIS news from any other news source. All my ISIS news comes straight from Fox, and that's a little alarming that the ISIS is attacking Pakistan.
Now, Trump doesn't say all the time that nobody else, nobody reports on terrorist attacks. He says it all the time. That's what he says.
Criminal leaks. Trump says he asked Justice Department to look into leaks. I'm pretty sure none of these Fox News alerts say anything about Russia.
Yeah.
Criminal leaks. Immigration action. Trump to issue new executive order. Because Fox News, they're like, what's happening? I saw Mexicans today walking around in my Walmart. Can somebody please ask the president what the F is going on? Excuse my language.
Yeah.
San Bernardino guns, friend of attacker pleads guilty to supplying rifles. I did not get that from BuzzFeed.
Feed.
Spicer news conference. Press secretary to speak after Trump. That was today. Oh, this is actually a Washington Post damn liberal. But this is pretty funny. The news conference today, this is how they teased it. Trump to announce Alexander Acosta as new labor secretary pick at news conference. Oh, no, I'm wrong. That's a Fox News. New pick for labor. Trump chooses former NLRB member Acosta.
Yeah.
Like that's what's going to happen at... Yeah. Yeah. Terror in Baghdad. Nearly half of voters would confirm Gorsuch.
Gorsuch, at least of my words now. Yeah. Now, wait a minute. Now, we was looking at Fox earlier today on TV. That fellow was mad as hell at it. So that ain't all of Fox News, or he don't get to go on Fox News. The phone Fox News.
He ain't going to go with Shepard Smith.
Is different than the TV.
Peace
news.
plan. Trump asked Netanyahu to hold back on settlements in disputed territory. He's going to bring peace to the Middle East, Jackie. He stood up to Israel.
Yeah.
Major move mulled. Trump says we're looking at moving U.S. Embassy in Israel to Jerusalem. Netanyahu praises Trump for clarity on radical Islamic terrorism.
Clarity?
Rumor has it, German Shepherd named Rumor wins 141st Westminster Dog Show. I'm not saying they're all winners. Voters divided over Trump in first presidential report card. Fox News poll. Do you think voters are divided?
Hell, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's not the new Fred Thompson tweets. It's just like if you don't get Fox News alerts, you don't learn, you don't know when cops get shot, and you don't know when ISIS attacks.
Well, he says that there's somebody working together. He said the rest of them don't ever say.
And you know Shepard Smith ain't running their push alert computer, or he'd be like, Trump is an idiot again. That's all you'd get all day. My phone's going off. Oh, shit, Shepard Smith's mad at Trump.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'd text with Shepard Smith. Shepard Smith, if you're listening to this, get in touch.
He can get on here. If you want to come on here and talk about how bad Trump is, it'd probably do us a good to have somebody else in here. Chime in.
You want me to read anything else off my phone or?
No.
Or, okay.
I'm through. I'm gonna try to get this off of my mind, and we'll come talk to you if the world's still turning. We still alive.
We'll do another one. Wait, are we doing Sunday?
Now,
Tuesday?
hell, I don't know when we're doing. We just
Tuesday.
do them whenever.
Tuesday. Let's just say Tuesday.
Something crazy had Tuesday. All right.
Something crazy might happen again.
I don't know.
Tuesday night, a good Wednesday.
Well, I got a good sponsor now, and I have to say this right off the bat. This is not an official sponsor. They did not give me $25, but with all this awful...
We are going in the hole.
All this awful...
Down on Thunder Island.
Just shut your mouth while I do this. While all this awful stuff, we need to focus on some good stuff and think about some peace every now and then, and this is as good a way that everybody likes to put on a movie and likes to relax, kick your feet up, and just get away from it all. Well, here's a good one, and while you're doing that, you may get a little gospel too. It's called The Case for Christ. And I hadn't seen it yet, but I saw the thing. I saw the clip of it. And it looks good, and I read a little bit about it, and I think people need to go see this. I don't think it's playing here at Cooley's yet, but I'm sure Cooley's is going to get it. Cooley's Cinema, this is right up their alley. It's called The Case for Christ.
This is a real movie.
Yes, it's a real movie. Go on.
It's a real movie.
It's
You've
a
seen
clip
Christian
of the week.
Movie. I'm doing the damn what's his name on the Tonight Show? Drunk.
Who is it?
Drunk old Tonight Show man.
Who's drunk on the Tonight Show?
Old drunk Tonight Show.
Friend.
Johnny Carson's friend. Drunk.
Oh, Johnny Carson's friend. Yeah, that old fat one. Yeah.
Ed McMahon.
Yeah, him. Yeah, he did other stuff
This is a real Jesus movie.
He did other stuff too, though. Where people always say he just did that drunk. He did award show. He did lots of things.
He was a real functioning alcoholic. Like he had multiple jobs.
He wasn't just drunk on Johnny Carson.
Some alcoholics can barely hold down one job or two.
I like that blooper show him and old Dick Clark did together. Them two, that's two minds come together. They gonna make something good entertainment. Both of them drunk as hell, laughing at people falling. You know, people forget what it. You know, like a commercial, fall down and forget your lines or something. Or you pull a prank on somebody. It's a good show. Young people aren't going to know
Snag
this.
Your pants.
It was good. Look up old Ed McMahon and Dick Clark together.
Just having drinks, watching people fall down. Funny as hell,
That's when TV was simple. That's when the times were more simple, the things that you could enjoy. But right now, it ain't that. What we need is something good, get us on the right track, make us think right. And that's the case for Christ. And let me tell you about this, maybe what it is. Now, there's a lot of movies about things, people looking for something with Jesus. I saw something where back in the old ways the knights used to go. They look for Jesus, the glass he drank out of or whatever. There's a whole movie about that. Or there's an old Devolo Code where he's going looking, Devolo Code is looking to find Jesus' sister or daughter or something like that. This one here is a man, guess what he's looking for? He ain't looking for no sheet with Jesus on it. He ain't looking for any of that other stuff. He's just looking for Jesus, and that's what you're supposed to be looking for. And that's why it takes place back in the 70s. It says it's based on a true story. It's an award-winning investigative journalist, and I like journalists, so I like Lou Grant, and I don't Mary Tyler Moore doesn't like that. God rest her soul, she's a nice woman. I didn't like her on TV, though. But old Lou Grant, when he had his own show, that's a show.
Why do you hate Mary Tyler Moore?
I don't hate her. I just don't like a TV show.
All the things in the world to hate Mary Tyler Moore.
I say I hate her? I said, God rest her soul, she seemed like a nice woman. I didn't like the TV show she was on. I didn't like where she went to work.
She worked for a TV station.
Well, not her in real life. She worked for a TV show that I didn't like. That's what I was trying to say. TV shows I like, I know they ain't really.
What didn't you like about it? You didn't like Captain Steuben?
It just didn't. It's just silly to me. It's supposed to be about TV shows and the news, and they just be acting silly the whole time.
Well, Lou Grant, they took the news seriously.
He had to get.
I see.
And it was a newspaper. It wasn't. It wasn't TV. But even then, it wouldn't matter. He could have done a TV show, been fine as long as he took it serious. Like a 60-minute show or something like that. But Lou Grant sent people out and to go find out, get to the bottom of this story. And now, a lot of times people go see Case of Christ or a reporter. Anytime a reporter's mixed up with Jesus, he's usually finding, a priest touching little boys or something. That's usually what it is. But not this time. This time it's a reporter. He's going out to find Jesus, and he might find out a lot else about his life. He's an avowed atheist, so that's how it starts right there. And you just guess what's going to happen.
I can't remember. I know we watched this last week, but I can't remember. Is it the beginning? Is he like, Jesus ain't real, just walking around the newsroom?
Well, something like that, and somebody just tells him, well, if I was you, I'd go here or go there. You get a lead. That's how it works. He gets a phone call, somebody says something to him, like that, like Zodiac Killer or something. Call him up on the phone.
Jesus called him up on the phone like the Zodiac Killer?
I haven't seen it yet, but either it's Jesus or somebody saying, it says here he applies his well-honed journalistic and legal skills to disprove the new found, Christian, I can't read all this, Christian faith of his wife. So he's going, he got marital problems. All these movies, they usually have marital problems or something. When he finds Jesus, I guarantee you he ain't going to have that.
That happens a lot when you start dating somebody and you find out they go to church and you're like, ugh.
Well, you're supposed to know that beforehand, but
I'm going to write an article to disprove the existence of Jesus so I can get my Sunday mornings back.
Well, I get on YouTube's or wherever it is you look at the clip of it. That's the clip of the week, too. Do
you think Lois Lane believes in Jesus?
Who?
Lois Lane.
That's Superman.
She's a reporter.
I know, but there's Funny Book reporter.
If you fuck Superman...
Hey, watch your mouth.
Do you think you still believe in Jesus?
Oh, just shut your mouth. I don't care. It's got nothing to do with each other. That's a Funny Book reporter. I talk about a real Lou Grant reporter, real ones.
I feel like in the 50s and 60s, Superman believed in Jesus. But nowadays, I'm not 100% sure. He's like, Jesus doesn't sound so great if you ask me. But he would keep that to himself because then people wouldn't like Superman.
Well,
It'd be the Beatles all over again.
Well,
like, Superman, where do you go to church?
Superman ain't smart alecky like the Beatles. They were smart aleckies all the time. Every time they was on TV back then. I never cared for them either. Every time they'd been why anybody to ask them a question? Because it's just they're just going to be a smart aleck about it.
Folks, if there is a cover of Superman, like on a Jimmy Olsen or something, Superman in church, send that to us. I'd like to see that. I'm not sure if they ever showed Jesus going to church. I know when he started out.
He went to church in the last damn movie that had out. What do you?
That's right.
He went to church in not the one with him Batman mad at one another.
No, that's right. He goes to church.
He goes to church. Well, for that, he goes to church and say, "What should I do?" You know, he goes.
Let's be honest. That's not the real Superman.
Well, no, not that. No, that whoever that is. No, it ain't. No. Not the one I like, but I bet the old Superman, yeah, it probably went to church.
What does that priest say to Superman?
Hell, I don't know.
I can't remember, but is he like, you're cool and all, but I'm going to go talk to Jesus later, and that's more important to me than talking to Superman. If Superman would, I don't know if they deal with this, but like Superman really would kind of mess. If you saw Superman flying around, you'd be like, I don't know if I'm going to go back to church.
If Superman went to church, it'd make it okay.
If he went to church.
Yeah.
But he was just hiding out in the church, and the priest found him, I think.
Hell, I wish there's Superman right now go to the White House take care of that for us. Superman was supposed to be, remember, he said he'd never tell a lie. Superman did. Remember, him, George Washington.
I don't know if that's...
Never tell a lie, Superman says. Never tell a lie. He wasn't like what's going on.
Trump doesn't even go to church. So even if Superman was a smart aleck who's like, I don't go to church because I'm better than God, and I'm going to go to the White House and get rid of Trump, people would be like, I don't want that atheist getting rid of our president.
Yeah.
But Trump said, I go to church. I love Jesus. The Bible is my second favorite book. The Bible. Remember?
Yeah.
We thought, everybody's going to see right through this.
Nope.
The Bible.
All these Christians around here, all these churches, every one of them. I know some of them, and I may not be admitting it, but I know a lot of them are right now sitting there going, well, hell.
Superman is modest, and he probably would. And if he did believe in Jesus and he was a Christian, he would probably say, you know what? Jesus is better than me. But my question is Lois Lane, who Superman flies around, then he has sex with her.
I'll just shut you.
Superman's
the funny book is for children. They don't do all that.
The reporter, I think she might say, I'm going to do a story about how Jesus ain't so great.
Yeah.
Because I just had sex with Superman.
All right. I don't care if I
And
think.
she's kind of a smart aleck. Is that sexist?
I'm trying to talk about the case for Christ, not Superman. That's something else.
Do you think when Superman flew Lois Lane around and she said her poem in the first movie when he was flying her all around, do you think he was just trying to air out her clothes to get the cigarette smell out?
It might have been. I don't know. Had to do that a lot with that one. He said that old Lois Lane, she used to smoke all the time.
He probably would have used a super breath if they had the money for the effects.
But this new Superman, I don't care about him, whether he go to church or not. I know what they's trying to do. He'd tall order to fill. I know it'll get people on board, get his rear end in church. That didn't work for me, this new one. No. But I tell you what is going to work for me. It's the case for Christ. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I won't see like whatever old hard-nosed reporter movie is. Journalistic. Where's it say integrity?
So does he find Jesus at the end of it?
What do you think?
I don't know.
If it says it's based on a true story.
Like, does he meet the act? Does Jesus appear to him?
You got to go see what happens.
I saw the Shroud of Turin in it.
Well, he saw that.
It's Robert Langdon stuff.
He goes on that. In order to find him, you have to go places. Where's the last time he was at with his sheep anywhere. What the Holy Grail? That's it. Where's that at? Because if you go find those things, they lead up to where Jesus is.
Did you ever think about being a reporter?
No, hell no. I ain't.
You'd probably get a job at Daily News Journal. You probably get a column or something.
I don't want no
Jackie's
column.
Beat.
I don't want no column, but it's Mike Vogel in it, actor.
Huh?
Erica Christensen. She's in this movie.
Uh-huh.
And the old woman.
Irene Ryan.
Oh, is she the one in the car?
Jane Wyman.
At the end of it, in the car, they all dead.
Grease.
It's whatever it is, the old woman from that, she's in it too.
Honeymoon in Vegas.
I don't remember it's an old movie. Everybody, it's been on TV for years and years and years. They all in the car at the end of it, dead.
Frankie and Johnny.
I don't know. The Case for Christ, it ain't going to end like that. I have a feeling it's going to end
you don't know.
Pretty good.
It might be like one of them things that film strips they show you at church keep you from drunk driving.
Well, it ain't that. This is about something else. It's
more
about
money.
This
more
about
money.
reporters and finding the truth. That's what this is about. And we need more movies like that as far as I'm concerned. It's called Case for Christ. And again, this is not an official sponsor. I need to make that clear in case there are any legal reasons I shouldn't be talking about it or whatever.
And I don't think there are legal reasons anymore. I think it's pretty much a free-for-all. You can do what you want.
Well, in that case, I want everybody to be free-for-all. Get down there and go see it when it gets. It's not here yet at Coley Cinemas. I'm going to stay on top of them to get it, and I know they will. But go look at the clip of it or something. The Case for Christ, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Case for Christ, that's the sponsor on this
That's
one.
the Case for Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie.
Huh?
Are you having a spiritual crisis?
A spiritual?
I know that you're talking a lot about a movie, as if this movie can bring you closer to God.
Well, just you might learn a little bit of something, that's all.
Well, there's only one way, as far as I'm concerned, to find God, and it's on your knees.
Well, yeah.
Down on No, it's on your knees.
Yes.
In prayer.
That's right. Yeah.
With the Bible in your hand.
Well, it helps, yeah.
Tithing.
Well, yeah, you got to do some tithing. That's where you got to show the Lord that you mean business. You for real, yeah.
In prayer.
Well, yeah, you said that already.
Or at least prayerful meditation.
Well, prayer, that's hippie stuff.
That is a little hippie stuff.
Just
the
pray,
last thing,
do like a prayer. Do pray.
Real, authentic, talking out loud prayer.
What is?
Good Southern talking out loud prayer.
Not the Episcopal.
Not that far.
Not that, yeah, just.
More like just kind of muttering.
Well, you don't have to. That's what God can hear you. God can hear you where He don't have to strain
you don't have to talk out
yeah.
loud, but when you do, it means He's really listening.
Well, you should talk out loud, I believe that, just not where everybody else can hear. Because some people say, they don't want to work the mouth muscles. He can hear my thoughts. No, you get down there and you need to hear yourself say some of that. So good Lord can hear it. But you don't have to say it loud for everybody to hear it.
And with your clothes off. Folks, Naked Church is the church sensation that is sweeping the nation.
Shut the hell up.
Jackie, would you call me Preacher Dunlap?
No.
Minister Dunlap?
None of it.
Just Brother Dunlap?
Nope.
Less ostentatious?
Nope.
Brother Dunlap here. I run Naked Church. It is a church that we sneak and have before regular church in the mornings and in the afternoons.
Ain't no church. Quit saying it's a church, because it ain't. If they think it's a church, they're wrong.
It's in a church with all the church things, including towels for you to sit on, that I will rent you. Now, that does not mean you don't have to tithe. I need that tithe money to build the church. What if we want to send some of it to somebody in another country who's sick?
Tithing.
To show them the truth about taking their clothes off.
That ain't tithing. When people take their money and spend it to see naked people, that ain't tithing.
That could be going to a strip club.
Yep.
If the strip club also had Bibles.
Oh.
Which is kind of a way to describe what's been happening the last few Sundays down at Naked Church, because
Right.
I have been doing extensive stripper outreach.
All right. Just shut your mouth. I don't want to hear about any more of this.
Because the stripper community is underserved by today's Christians. They already know what it feels like to be naked in a crowd of other naked people and people with clothes on, which we've been getting more of since the strippers started showing up.
Why?
So we've added an extra show.
Show?
Service. So
All right.
if you get
That's it.
there early enough, what we're doing now is, since the strippers are getting off around 4, 5 in the morning, they just roll on into church. That's early enough that nobody's going to catch us, so we're doing an extra early. It's kind of an after-party
Oh,
service.
shut your mouth. There's people going to look at strippers. Just say what it is. Don't put church in it.
They're singing.
Just because you take your clothes off and start singing don't mean you're in church.
It doesn't mean you're not in church.
Oh, shut up.
Not anymore.
Just shut
not
up.
with Naked Church. Folks, I feel like church has put up a lot of barriers between you and God. Now, do you want somebody sitting at the Southern Baptist Convention there on wherever Broadway in Nashville they may have moved? Do you want somebody in that Southern Baptist Convention sitting up there saying, you know what? How can we keep people from Jesus? Let's make them wear clothes.
What?
Let's not give them towels to sit their naked asses on.
They don't need to put nothing naked in a church. They don't need a towel when you go in your Sunday's best. You just go there and you sit down and sing and go to regular church and go home. Then you can take your clothes off, do whatever you want once you get home. I don't give one damn about that. But you don't go to church and take all your clothes off. I don't care what it's called. That ain't a church.
We're going to do a protest at the Southern Baptist Convention, folks.
Right.
Protests is in the air.
Oh, hell.
So the Naked Church is going to go protest at the Southern Baptist Convention. Folks, resist. Declothe.
Right.
Hashtag resist. Hashtag declothe. We need you out there naked, praying in front of the Southern Baptist Convention.
Well, you going to go to jail. You ain't supposed to go streaking.
Don't tell them where we have church if they arrest you, because that's still on the QT.
How come I just make, when I say streaking, of course, I always think, Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
Great Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
You would really like it. But he had two. He had the streak,
Uh-huh.
and then I had the squirrel, Mississippi Squirrel Rival.
Mm-hmm.
How come it didn't have nobody run through church? Song about that.
Do you think what I've done here is really just subconsciously fused two Ray Stevens songs together to come up with my greatest money-making scheme yet?
It may be, hell, I don't know. The reason I think he didn't do that because he has class.
I think I need to outreach to the Shriners.
What?
Do they still exist?
I ain't seen them in years. So the little cars. What
Listen, let me tell you something. If you got nudists, if you've got nudist curious farmers like Omar Cutpipe and his wife Kathleen and Monty Cole and Nettie, if you've got old hippies, if you've got horny people, if you've got strippers, and you've got Shriners in their little cars, that's church.
No, it ain't. You just you just naming things and taking their clothes off. Look, the Shriners are fine the way they are. Little old men riding a little car,
Yeah,
little hats.
they can keep their clothes on.
Well, all you're saying is, what about Shriners? What they're naked? What church naked? What this naked? What's that naked? No, things are just the way they are with the clothes on, like they're supposed to be.
You are living in a world where uptight world. I want to live in loosey-goosey world. I want to live in a world where everything is all right and we are just grooving to Jesus, and Jesus is looking down on us and he's saying, guys, that's fine with me. And we're looking up at him and saying, cool, thanks. We were a little worried. And the strippers are having fun.
All right,
And it's almost This is what my sermon for this week, and I'm kind of still working on this, is I'm kind of working on how do we get to a place that's like being down on Thunder Island. When you're just that slow, mellow groove, and it's like a warm rain has been washing all over your long, long locks. And you just finished making love to your lady with her dress undone.
Yeah.
And the sand is sticky with fluids.
What?
The rain comes. What? The sand is wet from the rain and sticky from the fluids.
All right, enough. I know this is blasphemous, what you're saying.
And you're winded, and you're saying, this must be what heaven is like.
I'd have to tolerate the mouth already. I ain't going to sit here and tolerate you blaspheming over and over again.
You can find your own path to Jesus. Don't get on here and tell people how they're going to find Jesus.
Well, I tell them to keep their damn clothes on if they're going to church. You find him however you want.
Trump's America, folks. Listen to this. I thought we were finally making a breakthrough, and we were finally freeing our spirituality from the shackles of the old repressive Christian regime, Southern Baptist Convention. Keep your clothes on. We'll make sure they don't find Jesus with those pants on tight. Well, guess what? These pants are off.
All right. Enough. I don't want to hear any more about it.
I don't care what Trump and Jackie Bros try to keep us from doing.
He's got a worse mouth on him than you. What are you talking about, me, Jackie Bros, him being Christian? He ain't got
any
Christian that fell for that.
Trump would enjoy naked church. But you know who wouldn't? Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions is the enemy of naked church, and you can't argue with that.
I ain't going to argue that.
And as long as Jeff Sessions is in power, #resist, we will be conducting naked church before actual church finds out about it.
Yeah, a lot of good that's going to do. The world's falling apart right now, and all you want to do is take your clothes off. That's it.
Yes, folks, we don't know how long we got. This, if I can say anything to you right now, is take your clothes off.
Oh, shut up.
You saw that press conference, right? They're killing North Korean dictator families. They're shooting missiles off these Russians in the water. China's on the rise. Russia's got its fingers in everybody's holes down on Thunder Island. I think down on Thunder Island could be the new, that's what she said.
Why?
Russia's got its fingers in everything. That's what she said. Russia's got its fingers in everything down on Thunder Island. Folks, the world could end tomorrow. That's no exaggeration. Take your clothes off.
Shut up.
Go to church.
Keep your clothes on. Go out with
Do it together.
It's going to be difficult to have any dignity dying due to a damn dumbass in the White House. It's hard to have dignity when you watch your country destroyed and this man gets you killed. But at least keep your damn clothes on. Have enough, at least attempt to have a little dignity.
Do what you want, babies. It's the 60s all over again. We don't know how long we got. Embrace it. Shuck them clothes off.
Shut up.
Sing a spiritual. Naked. Get naked and sing the old rugged cross. Imagine you're the damn Statler brothers on them live Johnny Cash records. But naked.
No.
Imagine you're the naked Statler brothers.
No. Statler brothers keep their clothes on.
Get out there, grow your hair long like the longest-haired Statler brother, and walk around proud and naked like a naked Statler brother, singing spirituals, backing up Johnny Cash, walking down the street saying, "Fuck you, Jeff Sessions," and "Praise you, Jesus Christ."
Watch
Folks, we gotta get that old-fashioned, that old naked spirituality,
Shut your
that
mouth.
old-time naked religion. That's the only thing that's gonna get us through. I think I can make some money at this.
Now's the time that we both have to go. just have to say good.